What's good, everybody? I'm gonna do this one without not live, right? I know I've been doing mostly lives. I'll do it live soon, but this one I'm just gonna start it off like this, so we can read, right? Let me go ahead and see what we got for this weekend for the collective. Anything happening? Oh, your spirit guides are face palming. Wow, seriously? Your spirit guides are face palming. Look at the little white feathers. Wow. Maybe if you're seeing white feathers, that's a sign like to pay attention. They're trying to get your attention. I know for sure back before, right? I would always do things. Even today, right? Today's July 3rd, and by where I live, they have this big thing that I would go, when I was younger, yeah, it's like a lot of people, so you meet people and all this stuff. So I always used to do something party or all this stuff even starting from July 3rd, right? So I don't know. So anybody out there that might get into something tonight, I think that's kind of what I'm picking up on. So, oh, it's almost like it'll turn to this. This is what I'm getting, that it'll be like something casual, and then, you know, you might end up staring at your phone like, are they gonna call me? But hey, it was like spur of the moment kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So if they wanted to, they would, period, right? So it'll be something like that, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. So don't do anything over this weekend, right? The festivities that you might regret later. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. So and this is collective. Look at it as I split the deck. I won't, because this isn't. Let's just see. If it comes out again, then cool. Not cool, because that was a funny card, but wow, okay. So yeah, maybe it has something to do even with that, right? They're trying to push you into this main character role. So don't do anything tonight that would probably lower your vibration, right? Imagine when you're on top of the world, you can make careless decisions. So imagine you being in that boom main character energy. Next thing you know, you end up going out, have a few drinks, do something. The next thing you know, boom, you're waiting for someone to call you, this and that, or you know. Oh no, I even heard for some of you maybe even looking at a pregnancy test like that, like look, waiting for the result. Look, I heard some parrots right now. That's so funny. Laughing. It's almost sounded like they were laughing. So I think that's kind of what I'm getting there. So let's kind of dig a little deeper. That's interesting. Man, I got some new. I don't know if you could see it. The incense. It smells amazing. Yeah, I went to the place I used to go to. They moved, and so they didn't move too far away. So I ended up going, and I was like, what else is good? Like incense, purifying the space and all that. Oh yeah, you could see it. That's whoa. I don't know if you saw it. That thing just flew. Little flying saucer. Wow, complexity. Irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, transforms. Irritates, puzzles, mystifies. Either you're in this kind of energy or you're dealing with someone like that or mutual. Maybe you're a puzzle to someone at this time. Maybe your energies are conflicting. Someone's feeling irritated by you or you're feeling irritated by somebody. That's interesting. Requires translation. Wow, I love it. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Maybe right now it's like there seems to be yeah, like a failure in understanding or or something, right? Like lost in translation. It's like you trying to talk, if you speak English and someone speaks Spanish and you're trying to, or German and Chinese and you're trying to, requires translation, or it seems that way, right? Like when they say, uh, how does it go? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, that kind of situation. I would say rather than understanding that we're all different, right? There's something that's maybe you're puzzling someone or they're puzzling you or vice versa, right? Or both of you are puzzling each other. There's something fourth house roots. Maybe it has something to do with your cultural differences, right? Maybe there's just cultural differences, family, home background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, shall. See, there's a question mark. Man, I can't believe that this came out and this came out. Because even that question mark, that's just like confirmation, right? There's something to do with the roots. Not feeling like this kind of burning sensation, like, yeah, maybe there's a bit of anger, frustration. It's almost like when someone's yelling, like usually when you go to a concert, like you could feel like your throat, and it almost feels like that, like someone, you know, I guess try not to get into a shouting match with someone. Imagine like you guys are, a lot of festivities, right, in the United States over this 4th of July. People get drinks in them. They'll want to argue about stuff, whether it's politics or this or that or all these things. So just be careful not to engage in any of that stuff at this moment. That's weird that I pulled this past life deck because I would usually get it at the end. But hey, whoa, that one just freaking flew out. That was crazy. That was crazy. Okay. Spirituality and religion. So you might start arguing about that kind of stuff, right? So just don't even engage, right? Yeah. I mean, that sounds like something. So I would take that too, because for me, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I'm so far removed from that. When I was younger, right? Obviously, um, but things are so different now. So obviously, I could see where so maybe someone younger or someone that's not grounded in their beliefs, right? Because that's when someone gets you, right? When you're not grounded and I know someone messaged me recently, right? And they were saying they were having a hard time because of things they were experiencing. And yeah, the dogmas, right? Things come in, right? Whether it's religion and even this, right? Like readings, right? Some people this is like the worst thing, right? So wow, that literally just came up. I was watching, I think something on IG popped up about something like that, right? So yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So yeah, just be careful, I guess, not to get. I mean, for me, it's fine if you want to have a conversation with someone and explain to someone, but if they're not getting it, I would. That's more of a them problem than you problem. So if someone doesn't understand and you try to explain something, then I mean, just keep it cordial, right? I wouldn't, I mean, not everybody's brain can understand things like that sometimes, right? But what I've noticed is every time I've literally tried to explain something to someone, the universe, when I just step back, the universe explains it to them within not even like a day or two, or sometimes the same day, not even an hour later. I see it and it's amazing, right? And I love it. So I'm sure the universe does that for me. They do it for you too, right? Like it's just this amazing thing that happens. You can't even make it up. It's crazy. Wow. Okay, let me see. Wow. Okay. So either you might be meeting someone, for those of you that don't make some kind of, maybe that's why either they're trying to warn you from making a wrong choice because maybe there's something amazing right around the corner. You might even meet someone, as opposed to maybe making the choice is just a fling, right? Choosing. It's almost like that scene in Indiana Jones where the the old crusaders there or the knight, and he's like, you chose wisely, and the other person didn't, right? So it's like first, yeah, the Four of Wands, right? Happy home, celebration, everything. So at first I was thinking when it was by itself, that's why I had to keep pulling because I was like, okay, maybe this is kind of a good warning for somebody. And it's funny that both of these count, right? The four and the four, like solid foundations, right? And again, the solid foundations of yeah, and especially not, why would you want to have arguments at home and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Um, for me, usually, yeah, like I've gone through things with family where on a holiday everyone's drinking, and once people get drinks in them, then yeah, and conflicts have started where it's like a whole year will end up going by without communication. Just wow, those parrots are going crazy right now, so I love it. I think the parrots, like, they're kind of getting my attention too, like that. There's a warning there, right? So, but then on the flip side too, the Four of Wands, then with the Two of Cups, that's insane. That's like, so either it's warning about, would you rather be right or be happy, right? So kind of if there's some conversations that get a little too, maybe you could be the bigger person and just be, oh, I see your point, right? And then just kind of, it's fine. Even voicing that, there's people that will literally always say that, right? Like, oh, I don't talk about politics or religion or something, or they'll say, don't talk about politics or religion or different things like that, right? Spirituality now has as much, it's just as much as religion, right? You can get into, you know, it just branched off into just like as many religions as there is now. There's so many things to spirituality, um, that it just gets interesting, right? Um, like for me, I always say one thing about me is that I experience, right? My way towards spirituality was I experienced, then I went down the rabbit hole, right? Every time these things that I shouldn't even have experienced, right? Whether like deities that I didn't even know existed or whatever, right? Like when Kali visited me, Hecate, all these different, the fates, all these different beings that yeah, they appeared, and then right, Archangel San Rafael, right? All these beings, right? Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew there was something because I felt it, but I just didn't. But no, that probably goes with that face palming thing. That probably goes with that face palming thing, right? Hmm. Yeah, maybe that's why. Like, it's funny that I brought up the thing of someone checking if they're pregnant. See, there might be a connection with that devil. There might be a connection that it's like you chose wrong, right? With the cup. See, it looks harmless enough, right? Someone coming in, you know, you guys start talking, right? For the, like, hey, what could possibly go wrong, right? But then the devil creeps in, right? And then it becomes a burden, right? Maybe 10 months later, you're having holding a baby and that person nowhere to be found. So just choose wisely. I think that's kind of, see, you know, you choose, look at this person's like by themselves. This person, it's the two, right? So with that devil, that's kind of what it feels, right? Like there might be a right choice and a choice that's going to end up being a burden, right? So I think something you would get the nudges, right? I think you would feel it. You would feel it spiritually. That's what I'm getting right now. That you would actually feel it. So, wow. Yeah, trust your intuition, cause I think you're in control right now. Which way do you want to go? You want to create this crazy complex situation, right? The devil, the burdens. Looks good on the surface, right? Looks very like, okay, shiny knight. And even that, imagine, see someone showing up as a knight, someone, hey, they don't have the whole knight uniform, but they got yellow boots. you know? Well, no, it's not the magician. It was this, right? It's either this, right? Some kind of super strong connection that ends up very reciprocal, or more like, this one person with the devil chained up. I feel like you have the choice. Which one do you want to create? Like right now, you have, right, the one. It's a 1 year. There's so much significance to that right now. 7 and 4 for the 4th of July. Well, adds up to 11. 7 and 4, right? 7-4, July 4th. So 11 is like a portal, a door. So I feel like there is. Oh, wow. And if you look at it, 7-11, so it's 1-1-1. Wow. So tomorrow, I mean, if it happens tomorrow, if it happens today, right? Regardless, 1-1-1, or today, right? 7-3 is 10. So that's still 1-1. Wow. So today is a 1-1, like a door, right? If anything, tonight, Friday night, or tomorrow, right? Because I'm going to post this right now. I don't know if people are out there already partying, but whatever. Wow, look at that. See, wow, isn't this the most? And this is a 10 too. What did I say? 7-3 adds up to 10. Wow. So either you can, right? Oh, shoot, I can't even hold it. Yeah. So you can create all this, right? Or you could create all these burdens for yourself. Just be careful with how you choose, right? I feel like right now, bam, there's a powerful energy of the magician, right? Of creating what you want. So I'm gonna pull one more and that's it. Cause I feel like, yeah, it'd be nice to pull one more from here, and then let's see what else I could pull. That's pretty mind blowing. Wow, I never thought of 4th of July. I think it's just the dates, right? Maybe that's why I see there's all that chaos to distract people, right? All the boom, 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 all the craziness. Ah, feel like, yeah, the Hermit came out in reverse, and I feel like you're just coming out of a Hermit mode because I never really get the Hermit in reverse that I remember, but when you look at it, it's not a good. That's funny. It's a 6, right? So that kind of funny that I mentioned the pregnancy, and it's funny. So the Hermit in reverse is immaturity. Uh, um, what is it? Not habits. Vicios is like addictions. Yeah. Immaturity, addictions, obscurity. Oh no, darkness, darkness. Wow. Okay. Immaturity, addictions, darkness. Oh wow. Betrayals, all that stuff, right? So maybe that's in this case, that's what it represents, right? Because this is wow, this way it's a 6, right? But this came out with that. So I think again, it's just two complete opposites. The 6 and the 9 also are complete opposites, right? Um, so you can either go on some kind of prosperous path, or there's gonna be the path where you fail. Like maybe normally you are kind of like the hermit, right? You're able to process things. But in this case, it would be like you just kind of YOLO it, right? Maybe someone is a little trickery, right? Because that's what I was even picking up that I forgot to mention. With the devil and everything, I felt like maybe someone kind of plays the magician role. They make you believe that there's someone that they're not, and that's why you have to trust your instincts, your intuition. You got to feel the little spidey senses and make sure someone's not pretending to be someone that they're not. Yeah, because there's a deep someone playing tricks just to get what they want, right? So, and then what's the point of them blaming, like, oh, well, no, they tricked me. Yeah, it's too late. It doesn't matter. Like, once things are, you know? So, for you to be in such a high vibration right now, right? Like, you're the main character, act like it, and to make a wrong choice, I think, like, things are going to start going great for you, right? Even the 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. I mean, come on, right? So, there's probably something, and that, imagine. It's almost like someone coming to steal that heart chakra because that's what helps you become so abundant, right? The heart chakra is tied into the money a lot, right? Like, so that's funny, right? That yeah, they'd probably affect all your chakra. Look at this is like a healthy throat chakra, root chakra, sacral chakra, third eye chakra, like everything nice and healthy and right. I think they would come to steal that in a way, right? And steal your peace. Okay, so let me see. Wow. Yeah, I want to hurry up and post it already because I almost feel like I want to warn whoever needs to hear this message to. Wow. Oh my God, this is insane. Out of all the cards, MIB, stalking, intimidation, confrontation. That is crazy. Yeah, maybe that's another warning. I'm feeling this weird energy here that I've never really even felt before during a reading. Oh, it's a weird energy. I've never felt that before. Yeah, just be careful, right? Like, who knows? Either it's tied into this, right? Like it could lead to a situation where someone becomes a stalker, right? Maybe that's that devil energy, right? Or maybe some of you have a stalker right now, right? So just be careful when you're out there. Maybe that's part of it. Just be careful. And if you know, I mean, I made a video about literally, that's why I was blown away that this card came out. If you haven't seen it on my podcast channel, we literally talk about this, but like for real, you know what I mean? So, but just be careful, right? Be careful with people spiritually stalking, doing some, you know, some mumbo jumbo or some. Wow, I got chills. Okay, so that's definitely the message that wanted to come out. Be careful with people trying to mess with things, right? Like spiritual stalkers or just stalkers in general. There's just some, I mean, weirdos. I don't know how else to put it. Spiritual weirdos or just weirdos in general, right? So, let me see what else. What else? I think, yeah, I'll pull one from here and then that's it. Cause yeah, I feel like I pulled, and cause I'm like, now I feel like using all the decks just because, but I'll pull one more from here. And that'll be it. So there's a spirit animal just in case, right? If you need help, um, if there's something you want to connect to, just maybe this will be a sign that, your ancestors are with you. They're guiding you, all that good stuff, right? Little birds, of course, right? I knew it was gonna be something that you had because I was like, wow, if it's like a frog, who sees, but maybe a little yellow nightingale spirit, or it could be canaries are yellow too, a little yellow bird. Love is all. Wow. Or maybe that's when, right before you meet that person, you're gonna have little birds singing. You're gonna be like, what? And the next thing you know, here, oh, yellow. Wow, the yellow boots, of course. So maybe that'll be it. Yellow boots, yellow cups, yellow birds. And that's how you'll know, right? Love is all around. 41, 5 is the number of change, right? Little crown, right? Your knight in shining armor, your queen, I guess, queen in shining or however will appear something like when the birds are singing. Maybe you'll both look up at the same bird at the same time and be like, oh, that's a nice bird. It sure is. And then you'll lock eyes and then you'll hear that song. And that's why do birds suddenly appear? Wow. And every time you are near. I know that came out before during the reading. So that's funny. And that song popped up right now. So I know I was a little corny at the end, but it's all good. Let me see what numbers came out here. Maybe numbers will be significant. Four, obviously 4, 4, 2, 6, 9, 6, 9, 10, 4. I said 7 too for, 7. Maybe you'll be seeing 777, 222, right? 444, those kind of things. Even 999, just to show you that it's an ending to something and you're starting the new phase. But yeah, maybe you will. 13 even. Wow, damn. Death and Rebirth, right? The famous devil card 15, right? 6, 1, 9, 6, 10. Yeah. Wow, there was nines and sixes and nines and tens on both sides. Two. Okay. All right. So on that note, I'll leave it there. If you celebrate the holidays, hope you have a great time with family, all that good stuff. If you're in the US or wherever you are, regardless, this is the weekend read, right? Maybe I picked up on a lot of energy from because of the holidays here, but hopefully that resonates. I'm sure the other parts of the message were, for the collective in general, right? So yeah, let me know if anything resonates. And on that note, I'll see you all soon. Peace.